time schedule here. You know, they got to get me off stage to get the next person on, so let me get into my story. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any Raider Nation fans in the house? What's going on here? Now, hold on. I know you guys come from all parts of the country, but you know, this is Raider Nation up in here, so let's give it up. Raider Nation in the house, come on now. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys just heard I call it the sales sermon from Dr. Cooey. He is an incredible speaker, and you know now why I'm involved with these enzymes. Because after hearing him speak, and a couple other scientists that they have on their board, I knew that I had to get involved. And let me tell you my story. I started in NFL in 1988, played successfully, had a pretty good season. The next season, my second year, I tore my knee up pretty bad, pretty severely, tore 2 ligaments. They were telling me, hey, you know, we don't know if you're going to be able to walk straight again, so playing football may be something that may be out of the question here. Obviously, I was able to go back and play the game, and thankfully at a very high level. But the one thing that happened that year was I was introduced to anti-inflammatories. I was introduced to a drug called Enzymes. And started in 1989, I went 15 years straight taking the Enzymes every day of my life. Off season, during the season, it didn't matter. Because I had so much pain in my body from the injuries and all that stuff that accumulated over that time, I had to take an anti-inflammatory. And I don't know if you guys recall, but I think it was around 2000, 2001, the great center, he was with the Miami Heat at the time, Alonzo Mourning, was diagnosed with some liver disease that they said had came from his taking of anti-inflammatories. Well, obviously that scared me to death. Now, it scared me to death, but it didn't scare me enough to stop taking the anti-inflammatories. Because in my mind, that was the only thing that was out there, and it was helping me to do my job on Sundays, so I had to take it. But I went and inquired with the doctors, and they, you know, with the Raiders, and you know, with the Raiders, they have a little thing. They said it's just a bruise. So no matter what you come to them with, oh, it's just a bruise. It's just a bruised kidney. It's a bruised heart. You'll be okay. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a bruise. Take some anti-inflammatories, and you know, you'll be okay. You know, it was like anti-inflammatories and ice. If those two didn't work together, then you went to get a surgery or something, because that's how they did it. But it was at that time when I started to inquire more about, hey, you know, there has to be a better way to do this. And of course, they would tell me there's no better way to do it. Keep taking Enzymes. And there were times when my knee started to flare up towards the end of my career, where I started to take 2 Enzymes a night. And I can remember being in a practice one Friday, and literally when I came off the ball, it felt like my knee had just exploded. And I took, in a 24-hour period, I took 4 anti-inflammatories to get ready for a game to play that Sunday. It was a pretty big game. We won the game. We had home field advantage for the playoffs, so it was a game that I had to play. But in my back of my mind, I'm thinking, what am I doing to my body? What am I doing to my system? What is my life going to be like after I'm done playing this game? Well, fortunately for me, I have a good friend, Rocket Ismail. He had introduced me to a program, a diet program. And in this diet program, the lady talked about enzymes. And it was a very expensive program. I did the program. I was very successful with the program. But I wanted to do the program for my nieces and nephews who had some problems. And as I said, the program was expensive, so I was looking for a cheaper way to get the enzymes into my family's body. And what I ended up finding was this company called Transformation Enzymes. And I ended up finding these products that for the last 4.5 years, I have lived on. I do not take any Advil. I do not take any cold medicine. I do not take anything but these products. What I've been able to do with these products, I've been able to live a normal life. I don't have any soreness in my body after 17 years in the NFL. Now, you have to understand that I have played more games than any player in the history of the Raiders. No player who played for the Raiders has ever played any more games than I played. I missed, in those 15 years, I missed one game, and I could have played in that game. Actually, I think you saw a highlight where I was limping into the end zone once I scored. I was hurt and should have played that game, and the next week I didn't play. But I played more games, so what I'm trying to say to you here, I wasn't one of those guys who didn't practice and didn't play. I played, and I practiced. I missed 1 week of practice in my life, and that was when my 10-year-old daughter was born prematurely, and I had to go be with them, obviously. So I'm a guy who was out there on the field. I was running, I was cutting, I was getting hit, I was doing all those things. So for me to be able to walk around now in a normal situation without having any pain in my body, it's directly correlated to these enzymes and to the product that you're going to be now marketing. Somebody ought to be standing up saying, yeah, something up in here. Now, I'm not a salesman. I'm not trying to sell you guys on these. I'm just telling you what they've done for me.